I just read a comment saying that the titles are spoilers, basically, so I can't read them. And now I'm sad. No, hello everyone, Liam Catterson here. This is Attack on Titan. We're on episode number 11, I can say that, of Season 1, which I believe is part number 7 for the Battle of Trost arc that we're currently going through. And it should be very, very interesting to see how things now do proceed after Pixis pulled Eren, Armin, and Mikasa out of that sticky situation, because Armin, even with his convincing speech, wasn't doing anything to the captain, and it took Pixis to relieve him, I guess, of this whole situation to quell any worries about any of the main three dying. I didn't think anything would happen to, like, any of the characters in terms of deaths. I'm not so sure, because my trust with this show is a bit, after episode 5, and then, you know, a few episodes later, Eren comes back, so yeah. But in any case, yeah, like I said, Pixis, it took Pixis to save the three, and Eren has a new job in using his Titan abilities to fix that hole at the gate up. So that will be very, very interesting, and I'm sure that won't have any ramifications whatsoever. Anywho, like I said, it should be a very interesting episode. So yeah, with that said, let's delve right into episode number 11 of Attack on Titan. Let's go. That is true. Humans can be our enemy, as we've established in these past 2 episodes. They will help you out, and with 110% effort. I mean, you can't blame these guys for, like, shitting their pants. Oh god. Dude, get out of her face! And they would band together, and look what's happening right now. Kind of Game of Thrones-esque with the dead, the Night King. Ooh. Is he special? You don't want to find out. Jesus Christ. Like, isn't he only like 14? 13? 12? Jesus, dude. Ooh. So I wonder... Uh-oh. Ah, nice. Okay, good thinking. Good thinking. Just be... Yeah, distraction. To those who are defending Eren. But this is our hope in order to defend the whole of us. I want these guys to get some coffee and to quell the doubts in them. This is not good. Oh. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Good on Pixis! Yep, it was. I've watched 100 enough to know this, so... Is that... yeah, oh... is that guilt? Survivor's guilt. Come on, Pixis! Damn! It's either this or go to hell, basically. We all go to hell. Whew, Pixis, just blowing me away with the speech.
それは私たちも同じです。
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. You either rely on this unknown factor, or we die anyways. But this is the best thing we've got. He just cares for you, and I get that so much, but sometimes you have to leave Eren be. All that, there we go. The serum.
囲まれてた時よりだいぶマシだ。ままごとやってんじゃないぞ家が。そんなつもりは。お前みたいな甘えたガキに人類の命運をかけなきゃならんとはな。
Oh, you can push him off, Mikasa.
もうすぐ岩までの最短ルートだ。いや、後輩の兵士たちだ。当然兵士である以上、死は覚悟の上だ。だがな。 彼らは物言わぬ駒じゃない。
That's true. They're more than that still.
待て。まだだ。
Yeah, not yet. Just at the right moment.
何があろうとな。そのことを甘えた心に刻め。そして死ぬ気で責任を果たせ。はい。
There we go. Those words have kind of like energized that fuel in his body. Exactly. This will be our defining moment. Woo!
できたものに比べれば例えようもなく小さなものかもしれん。
Just look how slick they move.
その一歩は我々人類にとっての
The first victory is the first big step. Woo!
私たちを導く強い力がある。
It's time.
Eren.
Eren. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, come on. This is... Well, that was... That, happy situation about, oh, Eren the Titan lasted well. I mean... Well... First, we'll have to wait. We're not going to just jump into any conclusions, but... I mean, he saw Mikasa and it was like... whack. So, yeah. But you never know. She might have had a spider on her back or something like that. A mega spider was going to pounce on her, and yeah. So I don't know. I'm just hoping that something can justify what he's just done, but yeah, this is not going to look good, especially if the captain gets wind of this, and he's going to be like, well, look who was right. So please don't give him that feel, but no, that was something. That was a really interesting episode in trying to instill hope and responsibility. We had that girl basically say that with this mission, humanity, the fate of all of these people, they rest on your hands, and you've got to take that into accountability, that you're doing this for these people. Which I know is a pretty like it kind of does sting a bit, but I mean, she's not exactly wrong, and Eren, I think, knows that. And, well, Eren does know that they're more than humans. They are people with a name, they are people with a family, people with a story, and she wants people to have that future, their own story to craft, rather than just being the cattle that were sent to die, I guess, as that was referenced in the culling. Yeah, it was a really, really splendid episode, though. So, like I said, this is gonna be great, because now everyone's going to be like, well, what did we say? Everyone who was against this idea of Eren, of teaming with Eren being a Titan, everyone who was against the whole idea, they are going to use this as leverage to prove that how right they were. So this is gonna be great. I have a feeling, this is my theory going towards why Eren attacked Mikasa. It wasn't because of some stupid joke that I made. No, but I think it's because of the fact that his mind is becoming more susceptible to that of a Titan. This is a very unnatural process, so I have a feeling the more Eren snaps into his Titan form, the less human he becomes, if you get what I mean. Because we kind of saw, well, that was, I guess, the after effects when he still echoed his Titan form as a human back a couple of episodes ago. But I feel like, I think it does make sense. Like, you as a human are not used to this idea, so you take on another form and your mind suddenly starts to wander into that region. So the more you turn into a Titan, the less human you become. So, and I'm hoping that can be amended or something like that, like in the basement, but yeah, it's not looking good, is it? But it is a very, very, it's going to be interesting to pick up upon that, but yeah, loved this episode. I really loved the idea of, okay, well, it's not just Titans who are our enemy. It's also the humans as well, and that's always going to be a case, I feel like, especially within these last couple of episodes where we have had people who are absolutely against the idea of supporting Eren being a Titan. But it's just common facts anyways. Like, even in the real world, humanity is intertwined into a constant civil war. So anything like this is obviously going to create some friction. There's going to be a bunch of people who are going to be absolutely not having any of this, whereas a bunch of people will. But I like the idea that there's this Game of Thrones vibe to the Titans. Like, they are the dead. They are the White Walkers, which they kind of inhabit that, like, humanoid, non-verbal kind of state where they're like, yeah, like the White Walkers. And I say that because, of course, I've had many people say, oh, this is like the Game of Thrones of anime. So that's another equation to make. Like, humanity binds together when we have this external threat that is putting a dark cloud against the human race, which is the Game of Thrones vibe. There's some people in the Game of Thrones world that are not willing to join forces with humanity. Cough, Cersei, cough. But it makes sense for most people, and it's the same that applies here. So yeah, but yeah, I'm also wondering though, like, well, first they've got to get the ending sorted out first, like Erin's like him launching at Mikasa. They've got to get this sorted out first. But we had Pixar say repeatedly say that well, he kind of didn't mean it as in well, I don't know if they are going to mean it as in, oh well, he's a secret project, because they could use Eren as a baseline, and then when they keep getting the good results, which is now laughable in terms of the ending that we had at the end, the good results mean that, well, what if we kind of mass produce this idea and then we take the fight further to the Titans? Because this has been about, like, this episode was vocalizing this will be our first victory against the Titans. And with them using the term secret project, like, whenever that's mentioned and it goes well, like I said, lol, there is hope that it can be developed. And I can see two ways of this being developed. Like, it's either Eren gets stronger somehow, like, because I don't think he's on the level of the Colossus Titan. And since they've acknowledged that, they can try to strengthen that somehow, perhaps. I'm not so sure. But that would be a risk itself, because what happens if you end up killing your only human Titan? So, yeah. But we've also got risks on the other side of the story, which is, like, I guess, mass-produce the serum that Eren had. So, yeah, and we're seeing these ramifications now with Eren snapping at Mikasa. So, yeah, hopefully it's just one of those, like, I don't know, him just turning into a Titan means, like, it's one of those few minutes things, like, it just happens every time I turn into a Titan for a few minutes or something like that, because this is gonna cause complications. This is gonna have people being like, well, and we don't need any of that, especially from that dickhead captain. So yeah. So yeah, I hope it's like one of those, like, dazed conditions for the Titans. Well, for Eren, should I say, where he cannot think straight, and a few minutes later he can snap back into that control. So yeah, but we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, like I said, I like the idea that the whole enemy being human, like, the constant civil war, always. And that's the thing, though. Like, we cannot, like, sadly, we cannot stop hate. This is a thing for the human race. We cannot stop hate. We cannot stop the constant civil war. It's always going to be this case. It's like toxic fans on the internet. You can't stop them whatsoever. There's always going to be a bunch of people, because reason never... like, there's always... like, the opposition will always have their reasonings. Same with the captain. The captain had his reasonings because he relied so much on fear, which is another theme that I liked in this episode, with people relying so much on fear and deserting, especially when they considered that the Titan's death is 100 times more powerful, maybe 1,000 times probably. And it's like that quote, like, there is so much limit you can have in fear for people to handle. And it was palpable in this episode, so, where you saw people deserting, and then Pixar saving the day again. Like, this dude, I absolutely love him. These last two episodes, he's just been the best. And, yeah, I really, really am glad that he instilled that thought into the people who were deserting to stay and fight. Because even though the limit was reached for some people, they realized that it will kill them more if they see their 6-year-old child getting consumed by a titan, as we saw with that vision. It will kill them more than it will them being eaten, surely. So yeah, but you cannot blame them for going through this, because at the end of the day, fear can consume us and it can mess our mindset up, and we might not think rationally about this. But and like I said, it all goes back to that quote. There's only so much you can take in terms of fear before all hell breaks loose mentally. So yeah, and physically as well, as we saw the little quarrels going on before Pixis made sure to realize that there is that bit of selfishness in, like, if they do not help, because this whole plan will go to shit without their cooperation. People need that first push against the Titans. So I really I'm glad that Pixis's determination to have that first victory against the Titans intertwines with this whole, if you desert now, then we are not going to be able to get this first victory against the Titans. So yeah, people need that first push, and dying a hero is the best way to move forward than to let your children get devoured and whatnot. So yeah, at least you can have that opportunity to stay and fight, and potentially not see that day come. But like I said, it's not looking so good with Eren. Yeah. But no, I really am a sucker for Pixis these last couple of episodes. Like, that speech was brilliant. I really am glad. I liked how responsibility played a role as well. Pixis, with those 3 people who were guarding Eren, talking about the fate of the human race does lie in your hands. And that girl then telling Eren that you've got to be responsible for the lives that have to be sacrificed in order for this plan, in order for you to potentially be the catalyst to turning the tide against this war against the Titans. So I really liked the theme of responsibility. And I also liked how there was a part of me that was thinking about Mikasa, you're being a bit, like, I know you care so much about Eren. I mean, it turns out that she would be reassigned, I guess, at the end of the day. But, like, she always has this idea about, I can't leave you behind, Eren. And I do think it's sweet, and I do love how much she cares for Eren. But the sad truth is, she can't be there for him every step of the way. So, yeah. And I don't want to sound like condescending when I say that, because Mikas is my favourite character. But it's true, she can't be with Eren every step of the way. It turns out this wasn't a problem at the end of the day, since she was told that she could go with Eren at the end. But look what we got now. So yeah, I really hope it's just a few minutes days for a Titan, because I don't want this to be. I honestly know. I'm hearing the quote say, "Oh, we told you so. Look at who's right," etc. I'm hearing those quotes right now, in the fear that this is going to last more than a few minutes. This is not a phase for turning into a Titan, like just turning into that Titan. But But yeah, I also liked Armin being strategic once again by luring the mass amount of Titans to his direction, so Eren could get by with ease without having to fend off a bunch of Titans. So yeah, I really do like Armin being strategic in this episode. But yeah, it should be very interesting to see where things go now with Eren lashing out at Mikasa, because yeah, it's not good. And I'm scared. Well, not for Mikasa, but like I said, for the reactions everyone's going to have. Because they're just going to have the shittest eating grin on their face. So yeah. But this was Attack on Titan episode number 11. Number 12 is next one. So, yeah, but with that said, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!